Hey guys, I'm back with another YouTube video, and today I wanted to talk about my nail journey as well as giving you guys some updated advice as I'm doing my own nails. So as always, I've already shaped these tips, and if you guys are ever struggling shaping these tips, I have multiple videos that go over shaping, and I will definitely be coming out with more in the future. This was also my first time doing a stiletto nail on myself. I was supposed to be doing some purple nails, but I had seen this pretty light blue like snakeskin, so I was like, let me just try to use this because I haven't used snakeskin before and it's trending right now, so let me try it. So I first want to talk about my nail journey and how exactly I got here, and the advice will come as I continue to talk. I first started doing nails around November of 2018, and honestly I started doing nails because I have a lot of family members that has their own business and cousins that do stuff, so I was just like, you know what, maybe I should try myself, like maybe I should try to start doing something. And on top of that, I was bouncing around from job to job every other month because if I didn't like something, more than likely I would quit. So after a while, I kind of just got to that point like, yeah, let me just start my own business or start to do hair, nails, or lashes, or provide a service, and I could work from home. So before all of this even happened, I was working at Firehouse Subs, and for some odd reason, the manager never gave the females any hours. Like, never gave the girls and the women any hours whatsoever. So I was barely making any money, and I'm like, dang, I gotta save it for all my nail supplies, and I don't want to ask my parents for no money. I didn't want to ask my parents for anything. So, the weeks started to pass, and slowly, I'm starting to save up money. And I am very thankful for this. I'm super close with the girl that does my hair, Lily, and I'm going to drop her Instagram down below because she be bodying my closures and my frontals. So I got really lucky, and since I was so loyal to her since I was in like 9th grade, she had offered to help me pay for my nail supplies. I forgot how the topic came about. I'm pretty sure she was doing my hair, and I was just like, yo, like, I really want to do nails, but I can't afford it. Like, I can't afford it. My manager refuses to give me any more hours. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, there was so many things I had to buy, and I was just starting to get so discouraged because I didn't have the money for it, and I got super lucky, and she was just like, girl, like, I got you. Like, let me know whatever you need, and I'll buy it. Like, and she kept her word, and she helped me so much, and she's really the only reason why, like, I officially, like, got started. Honestly, I really thank God that she did that, because if she didn't, I probably wouldn't have started until about 3 to 4 months from the actual, time that I did start. So for about 3 months, I was practicing on, like the basic practice hand, nails popping off and stuff like that. And I could never get a smooth application, but it never bothered me. It honestly never bothered me. And I remember I was working on this really small desk, and I had a table chair from the from the dining room. I was not playing. Like, I was there every night. Whenever I had free time or whenever I wasn't doing homework, I was practicing and watching new videos. And at first, I was working with clear acrylic and gel polish. And I'm going to say probably about after the first month, I transferred over to colored acrylic because I don't really have a steady hand when it comes to painting. But as time has passed, now I definitely do. So I probably will go back to gel. Probably not, I'm lying. I'm never going to go back to gel. But at the time, I didn't have a steady hand and I really couldn't paint. So I'm like, you know what, let me go over to colored acrylic, and then I can just master that and then come back and learn how to paint, if that's what I decide to do. Also, at this time, I was still using all of my, my Amazon products. Like, that's why I be telling you guys, Amazon products are the best. Like, I love Amazon. Like, Amazon is really my best friend. I really don't like the Amazon nail kits. I'm actually considering making my own, like, detailed nail box. Like, I think it would be so fire. So that may, I'm not gonna even say too much about it, but just know, like, I have something that I definitely want to do for, like, beginner nail techs. I know how it is to start and I know what you want to do or where to start. Yeah, this story is just, it gets crazy. So around March of 2019, I decided to take my first client on my friend. And since I was so good at doing nails on, like, the practice hand, and it's only been 3 months, I was super, super confident. I'm like, yeah, like, I'm going to give her these bomb ombre nails. Like, these going to be the best ombre nails she ever seen in her life. Like, I'm going to post a little video, like, in this video so you guys can see it as I'm, like, talking. So I'm like, yeah, like, I'm gonna do like a rainbow ombre on her. Like, we're gonna do a new color on every finger. Once that girl sat down in that chair, my heart started jumping. I'm like, oh my God, I'm super, super nervous. So I'm trying to shape the nails. I didn't cut the tips, and the tips that I use now are completely different from the tips I was using back then. So I was trying to do coffin on her. It wasn't really, like, the shape wasn't really coming out too right. But I still wasn't discouraged. I'm like, I'm going to lay this acrylic down. No, I didn't. I really didn't. And, the practice hand is different. The practice hand doesn't have cuticles. So once I got around to that cuticle area, it started to flood. And then I started to try to use my brush to clean it up. And then I tried to use more liquid to clean it up. Like, it was just horrible. Her fingers were so sticky. And since she was my friend, of course, she didn't mind. But, like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, those are really ugly. Like, I'm actually going to show you guys a video right now. So honestly, after I did that set, I was extremely discouraged and was like, wow, like, the practice hand is really nothing like a real hand. So of course, when the rest of my friends seen her nails, like, they was kind of like, okay, like, and I knew no one was gonna say it, but in my head, I'm like, yeah, they looking at those like, yeah, that's not it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna continue to practice. I'm gonna continue to practice. In about 2 or 3 weeks from now, I'm gonna try again. But this time I decided to stick with using gel polish. So I went right to the beauty supply store and got a bunch of $1 nail polish, and I started from there. And eventually I transferred over to D&D gel polish. So after the few weeks had passed, I decided to finally have my friend come back over so that we could redo the nails. At this point, all of her nails had already fell off. Like, they were peeling, like, they were literally peeling off, like, because there was so much acrylic on her cuticles and on, like, the outside of her nails. I was drowning her fingers in cuticle oil, trying to, like, hide it as I was recording my videos. But I did this really, I'm going to show you guys, actually. It wasn't too bad for my second set, and the painting job wasn't too bad as well. I did a light blue set, and I also had, like, capped some flowers. Like, I really thought I was doing something. So after I did this set, I started to gain more confidence, and this was the first set that I posted to Instagram, allowing everyone to know that like I do nails now and I need people to practice on. So I was practicing on my close friends for a long time. So of course, as time started to pass, eventually I would take clients. And prom was coming up and I got really lucky, and some of my friends even let me do their nails for prom. At this point, I was only charging about $30 for a full set, whatever you wanted. Like that's coming with the little diamonds, the gel colors you want, just anything that you like. So around May, I decided to go to New York for the summer, and I was going to bring all my nail products with me so I could still continue to practice while I was out there. And it was honestly like a super, super big mistake. I'm from New York, and I'm actually currently in New York now. When I post this video, I'll probably be on the plane or just reaching Georgia. But this specific summer, I really didn't do anything all summer. Like all my friends were busy. I was so upset because I'm like, dang, like I could have been staying in Georgia and was just working and getting better and taking clients. But I brought my practice hand with me, and my grandmother and my cousin actually was letting me do their nails. So I was still getting a pretty decent amount of practice. My grandmother hated the smell of the acrylic, so I was stuck doing nails in her backyard, and it was so hot, and I was getting tore up by mosquitoes, but I was just so determined. I'm like, yo, I gotta keep practicing. Like, I gotta come back with something different, because I wanted to be able to take clients when I got back to school. I'm like, I can make a lot of money doing this and get a lot of practice, because I was still charging, really low prices. But I was slowly starting to make my way up. My sets were probably about $40 now for a full set. And now I'm using acrylic, because over the summer is when I decided to master my acrylic application, because I couldn't bring all those gel polish colors with me. So throughout the summer, I was just continuing to practice outside, getting tore by the mosquitoes. And eventually I did come back to Georgia right before school started, and I, started to take clients. I was taking only 3 clients a day, and I took probably about 10 people before school started. This was probably the most challenging part of all of it. Lifting was my biggest struggle. I did 10 people's nails before school started. A week later, or about 2 weeks later, I was messaging everyone like, hey, how are your nails? Like, I really just wanted to see, how it was. Because with the clear acrylic, I didn't have any lifting after that first set. They wouldn't lift. Maybe 1 or 2 may pop after a week or 2, but I didn't have dramatic lifting how I did with the colored acrylic, because I'm talking all of their nails were lifting. All 10 of the girls that came to me for back to school, none of them had their nails on by the second week of school. And I was extremely discouraged and embarrassed, because I'm like, oh my God, this is going to make me look horrible. No one's going to want to come to me now because look at what I'm doing. And I was really trying to get to the bottom of why the nails were lifting. And this is when I started to do my research. I'm DMing nail techs. I'm like, hey, I'm a beginner nail tech. Please help me with this. And there was a couple nail techs that never responded, and there was probably about two that did respond and was truly trying to help me, but nothing helped. Like, I had to just do my own research and find products that worked for me, because not everything I do is going to work for you. Just how not everything those nail techs was doing was working for me, because I was still having lifting issues. And that's when I eventually got introduced to the protein bond and the no lift primer. And the crazy thing about it was I was able to get my nails to last. I would do my own nails to see how long they would last, and they would last about 2 weeks before any of them would start lifting. But on other people, they would only last a few days. So I just kept practicing on my friends, and I actually stopped taking clients at a point just to try to see if I could fix the issue, because I didn't want to make, myself look bad, and I didn't want to have really pretty nails that, didn't last. At this point, I didn't think anybody could help me or any YouTube video could really help me. So I decided to take a nail class with with the lady that I went to get my nails done. I had DM'd her asking, like how much. I just want to learn how to prevent lifting. Like, I've been trying really hard to do nails by myself, and I just couldn't get it. And she taught me how to properly sanitize and clean my tools, and also, of course, how to prevent lifting and really seal the cuticles and stuff like that. And I'm so happy that I took that class, because after that class, I still had like some lifting issues because I had to get the products that she was using. But after that, my lifting stopped. Like, every once in a while, a nail may pop off, but the lifting problem did stop. And eventually, lifting overall, nails popping off overall, stopped. Then I started to focus on getting the stones to stay for a very long time. So at first I was using like this gel, like this diamond gel. I don't even think I was using it correctly, but I was using a diamond gel. And eventually I had went over to the Mia Secret nail glue, which is actually really, really good. Like, it's almost as good as the Zulay nail bling glue. Like, if I didn't have any of the Zulay nail bling glue, I would definitely like run to my Mia Secret glue, because it's just that strong. Like, it's a really, really strong glue. So I started to use that nail glue for my stones, and the stones wasn't really coming off. Some of the larger stones will come off, and as the months passed, I eventually was introduced to the Zulay bling glue. So once lifting was no longer the issue, I was now able to continue to practice on other things like 3D flowers and new designs and French tip. I was so stressed out about making sure the nails wasn't lifting. I wasn't trying to learn anything new at the moment. I was trying to just get everything done, but one step at a time. But something I really want to talk to you guys about is my experience with the whole coronavirus and how it affected me and what did I do in this situation. When Corona first started happening, I was still doing nails until everything started to like officially shut down. That's when I eventually stopped taking clients because I wasn't too sure. I just wasn't sure how to feel, honestly. Like, I can't really describe my mindset at the moment. I just knew, like, I don't want none of my siblings getting sick, so I'm gonna wait till it calms down just a little bit. So after about a couple weeks, I finally reopened my bookings. And of course, I was starting to get people that was coming from salons. Dealing with people that were used to going to salons was very challenging because you're constantly getting compared to salons all the time. Even outside of the coronavirus, we're constantly getting compared to salons. I'm just not sure how you could compare one individual person doing nails to a team of salon members. It's a dramatic difference, and I'm not too sure why people don't seem to understand that. I was dealing with people coming late or not reading my policies, texting me from multiple phone numbers, not sending deposits, asking me to hold the spot and if they could send a deposit the day before. Like, I was dealing with a lot when it came to taking clients when everything was shut down. I kind of feel like I should have waited just a little longer before I reopened just to like prevent all of that. But another part of me is really grateful that I went through that because now I've dealt with, like I said, a lot of different types of people. And as you continue to get bigger and bigger, you guys will see how many different personality types there are, and people really do react different in different environments. So you just want to keep that in mind when you're talking to people. So the coronavirus also gave me a ton of time to practice different skills and new methods. The coronavirus benefited a lot of us as well, especially when it came to just being at home and practicing. Like, I really hope you guys took advantage of being in the house all the time, because I kid you not, I was practicing all the time, just looking at different type of techniques on YouTube, just searching through things to see what I like. And I really recommend that you guys do that because you really never know what you may be into. There are going to be plenty of people that don't like your work. There's going to be plenty of people who love you, who don't, who want to argue with you. Like, I've dealt with so many different types of people that I've learned to deal with different personality types and how to handle certain situations. So I really just feel like as long as you're continuing to believe in yourself, that anything could happen. Like, last year, I kid you not, I used to cry about the lifting problem. Like, I really used to cry because I'm like, yo, like, I'm so determined to get better and I'm getting better, but these nails are flying off. Like, I've just encountered so many like minor problems and minor setbacks. Like, and I'm honestly extremely proud of myself, and I'm super happy that I'm able to just talk to you guys about this and make this YouTube video and even be on YouTube period, because you guys message me and tell me like how much that I've helped you guys with advice and, you know, nails and just overall. Like, I'm extremely grateful for all of you guys that watch this video. Like, and I would have never got this far without my clients and the support of my family. So if you want to do nails, or if you're thinking about doing nails, or if you even already do nails, continue to. If you have a strong passion for it like I do, I encourage you to continue to do nails, because I love it. Like, nails is really my peace. Like, I could be upset, angry, anything. Once I get to my table, my mind is clear. It's like therapy to me. Being able to talk to different people, and me and my clients build bonds and relationships. Like, I wouldn't give any of this up for anything. And it's just crazy to me because I wanted to be a doctor. I was going to go to college and stuff like that. Not saying not to go to college, because I still would go to college. But last year, I didn't expect to, be in nail school getting my license. My plan was to be at Georgia State right now. Like I said in my last video, going to med school. Like, that was honestly like my plan, go to college, go to med school. But I fell in love with nails. And this is really something that I enjoy doing. So if you guys like this YouTube video and my advice and my story was helpful to anybody, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, please comment what you guys want to see next. You was really feeling the stiletto set. Like, you guys were really feeling the stiletto set. So I'm definitely considering doing more of those, as well as some shorter nails. So if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video.